How you doing here? We're here at the Biohacking Conference. I'm here with my boy Royce Huffman from Thrive Drip Spa, founder owner. They are one of the most dominant players in Texas in the drip spa space. So me and Royce go way back, played baseball together back in high school. And so another one of our baseball buddies, Jesse Naponic, referred me to Royce whenever we were getting everything going, transitioning, away from traditional healthcare. And so, he's like, hey, Royce is, he's got the best drip spa in the state. You need to go, talk to him about it. So I went over, saw Royce, and the rest is history. So Royce, why don't you take us back to when me and you first started talking, and we started working together, and then just some of the stories and some of that stuff that kind of transpired after that. That's part of our story, and part of Thrive.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like I said, or like you said, we know each other for a while, and it made it an easy, transfer to come, have you guys come on and help us out at the time, and just having that connection through baseball for sure. You came on when we were opening up our third location, our West University location, and were really instrumental in helping us get that location up and going. Getting people in the door for us. Connecting dots with other athletes. Owners. Cal McNair came in because of you, and Hannah McNair.
Thank you.
And it was a really good boost for us at that time to get us, up and going. And, it was coming right off of COVID, and it was at that time, everything was kind of, dicey. But actually, our business doubled, and you had a instrumental role in that piece during that time.
Thank you. So tell us about building the brand, Royce, because you've done a phenomenal job building the brand, and the location he's talking about doing $300,000 to $500,000 a month now. Okay. So, this guy, just success follows him everywhere he goes in his career, whether it's baseball or business,
More like failure.
But tell us, Royce, about building the brand, because the brand in Thrive is well known now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People don't just go to these other drip spots; they go to Thrive. So tell me what is goes through your mind when you're thinking about building a brand for Thrive and what you've done.
Well, to my point, why I said failure is we failed a lot, but my prior playing baseball for as long as I did, it's okay to fail, as long as you learn from it, and not being scared of it. And I think that's the main thing, is not being scared to fail, and just going out there and doing it, and really embracing the community, having top-notch customer service, having a location that is aesthetically pleasing. That's the main thing. The best marketing source and referral you can get is word of mouth. Is somebody who comes in, has a great experience, and tells their friends about it. Now we have locations also in Fort Worth and in Highland Park and Dallas.
Nice. Over 10 locations.
Yep.
So let's speak to the Bold MD audience. Okay, let's talk to investors that want to get in the longevity space. All right, they're starting from scratch. They're building their brand from nothing. They do have Bold MD in their corner, to give them the whole package of everything that they need. But what would you say to an investor that's I want to jump in, I want to do a scale and exit, I want to get this off the ground, and I've got maybe $5,000 to $10,000 a month ad budget? How long would you say that they should expect to be in the black and really feel like they've gotten the brand launched and off the ground? How many months?
I mean, that's a loaded question, to be honest with you. Because each store and each thing is different. You know what I mean? And there's not an exact science. You'd like to be profitable month one. But
what's realistic?
Sometimes it takes 2 years. Sometimes it takes 6 months. It just kind of depends on. And I think a lot of that also goes into executing on the front end of your location. where you're going to be, your marketing, pre-opening marketing,
Yep.
getting memberships sold, them, because that's the main thing that drives our business is memberships.
So if there was one thing that you could put a finger on for people that are starting a longevity clinic or telehealth brand right now, for them to not feel like they're flying blind or in the dark over the first 6 months, what's the one piece of advice that you would give them to stay
I would say
successful?
making sure that your compliance and your structure and everything like that is solid. Having that solid foundation of being compliant and doing the right thing and keeping the client and patient first. That's the main kind of thing that I would say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
So,
Good deal.
yep.
Thank you, Royce.
Hey, buddy.
Appreciate it, brother. Good man. Thank you.
Yep.